Why, hello everybody. Welcome to PlayFrame and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I have a special guest today, a friend, a buddy, to get me through. Well, we're not going to get like all the way through probably, but to help me get. This is Soraya.
I was waiting for an opportunity to be like, oh, wow, sounds like a really cool person. Who is that? I feel like...
It is a really cool person, I think. So
I think so, too.
Yeah, so Soraya is, we thought that this would be a fun game to play some of together because, one, you know more about the history of this setting than I do, which is to say any. And you also know more about Assassin's Creed than I do, because the last one that I beat all the way through was Black Flag, which was some time ago.
Well, actually, I'm not sure I even played through Black Flag. I love the series, and the more they get into ancient history, the more excited I get.
Yeah.
Because I actually studied classics in college, although I was more on the Roman history side of things. So it's not my main focus, but I'm still very excited. And
it's like drifting closer to your main focus, though.
Yeah, and I have wanted them to do something set in ancient Greece since the series began doing naval battles.
And then they finally give you your wish, on the nose.
Finally gave me my wish. I'm so happy about it.
Yeah. So, I thought it would be fun to dive into this a little bit, because I have barely touched any of this at all, and I thought it'd be fun to... Because I also, Assassin's Creed has changed somewhat since I was last in it, so... Which was, 8 entries ago. So, I've been kind of wanting to see where the franchise is at now. Also, the game looks rather pretty, and I enjoy pretty games, so...
You do. They animated things, Daniel.
They did. They animated a lot of stuff. Whole bunch of stuff.
Every time I see fancy rocks these days, I think of Josh Foreman.
It's really hard not to.
Right? Shout out to you, Josh Foreman, and your love of fancy rocks.
Yeah, thank you for teaching us about the fancy rocks.
No, never.
Now when we see rocks, we think of you.
A soldier's life is all I have the honor to know.
I would have liked to have gone fishing with my son. But now... Let us meet our fate, shall we? Spartans! Every breath that you have taken has led you to this moment. Every drop of blood, sweat, and tear, all of it has led to where you stand right now. The Persians come to make slaves of us all. I have a better idea. I say we drench the gods with their bloods! What say you, Spartans? For our sons! For our daughters! For Sparta!
And... Oh, okay, we're still loading.
Yeah, it's a big game. It needs some time.
That's okay. It's got to think. Listen, this was a long time ago.
Yeah. The game is taking its time to remember.
There's a lot to remember about this.
This was several thousand years ago. It's hard to remember all the details. Give me a break.
A lot's happened.
Right. Daniel, I don't think it will surprise you to learn that they take some liberties with the fighting that happens here.
I buy that. That's actually one thing that's been interesting to me about Assassin's Creed in general. That obviously there's always been supernatural. All right, right bumper to attack. There's always been a supernatural and sci-fi aspect to Assassin's Creed, but early entries were relatively grounded for the most part, it seemed like.
Yeah.
In the historical setting. It seems like they've been going a lot more fantastical with the most recent 2 entries.
Oh, they absolutely have.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? As someone who knows a little bit more of the history and is likely to be able to notice more easily even than the rest of us that like, that's not quite right.
For the most part, I like the liberties that they take.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really expect it to be a one-to-one recreation of things.
Oh, sure.
As long as they get the sense of things generally right, or at least enough to get people, I think, interested in, oh, I want to learn more about this, right?
Yeah,
like, if the game doesn't promise you complete historical accuracy and you go in expecting complete historical accuracy, you're going to be disappointed. But it doesn't promise you that. It promises you like a reasonably good rendition. And they've done some like really cool stuff in I'm blanking. Oh, in Origins. In Origins, they had a bunch of the pyramids mapped out where you could go inside and basically do treasure hunting, which like culturally has some problematic elements because that would have been a huge no-no. That still is a huge no-no.
Frowned upon, yeah.
Yeah, but what was really cool is because they were working with scholars who knew a lot about this period, they actually spoke to enough of them that they talked to some people who were telling them, I think it was in maybe a pyramid to Ramesses or something. Egypt is not my specialty either. But they added some rooms to their internal, like to their pyramid map that were not officially discovered yet.
Whoa.
And then several months after the game came out, those rooms were actually excavated, and it turned out that they were there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right?
Had they just been kind of like guessing based on the space?
Exactly.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, and it was, like I said, they're working with scholars. They're working with they had a dedicated scholar on staff for this one as well. I mean, I'm sure they worked with multiple people.
I sure they'd have to. There's just so much stuff that they'd have to be running by and clearing by people.
Yeah, but they had definitely one woman who was on their staff as like a full-time staff historian for this game who was already a specialist in Greek history and worked with them on checking details and getting things right. I read an interview with her and she seems really interesting and I'm very jealous of her job.
It does seem like a good job.
Yeah.
Just to look at a whole lot of work and create, wow.
Yeah.
I did good on that one. To look at a whole lot of creative work and just give it a yay or a nay.
Mm-hmm. All right, Daniel, I know I'm distracting you with talking, but I'm going to challenge you to use some of your other buttons, like that bull rush thing.
All right, so tell me, what's the strength of the bull rush? Because it did seem to like be a good way to like maybe just to not back. So
I mean, that's just really cool.
The strength is look rad,
yes,
which is
look rad and
that's a fine strength to have.
Close gaps.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
Right?
That's my charge move.
I think
played
you
MMOs.
are required to do the Sparta kick to at least one person. You
Wait.
are Leonidas.
Oh, goodness. Okay, yeah. Then you're right.
Go find somebody.
Hey, everyone form a queue.
Oh, schnickities.
They heard I was going to start Leonidas kicking and they got scared.
That's okay. You'll have other opportunities to do that kick throughout the game. Just
fantastic.
Not necessarily as Leonidas.
Spartan, I'll bring Xerxes your head.
Oh no, here you go.
Oh no.
It's been grayed out for whatever reason.
Oh, I can't kick this one. Oh, fine. So be it. Yeah. All right. Break guard. Cool. Okay.
Your bloodline ends today, Spartan. I'll get drunk on your blood as the crows feed on your eyes.
Real trash talker here.
Yeah, seriously.
Ah.
Xerxes is the king of kings.
Try my Dark Souls approach. Just get behind him. Backstab, backstab, backstab. Yeah, I'm really like I'm playing like 2 or 3 other somewhat similar games right now, and that's definitely not going to help me out with controls. Let me tell you. Wait, I have my kick back. Get out of here.
Yes.
Get off that cliff.
Oh, yeah, no, you can do it, do it, do it, do it,
all
make
right,
it happen.
that's definitely how we're finishing this fight. I'll have you, no. Yeah!
Yes!
Oh, come on. What?
What? I call bullshit.
He's got a second
also,
cliff.
I'm so sorry. That was very loud in the
That's
mic,
okay.
I'm sure.
That's all right. We got dynamics processing.
Okay,
we'll make
great.
It work. Hey, back up. You're not doing the backing up that I want you to do. Keep going. Further.
Yeah, just keep kicking him.
So stubborn. You're gonna die before I can kick you. This is why no one likes you Persians.
Not you modern day Persians.
Nah, y'all are probably cool. Ah. But this one's beating me up a lot. I'm not caring for this one.
He didn't even. Well, he did let us kick him, just not off the edge.
It's not what we wanted, though. This day is ruined.
Spoilers, you're gonna die.
And I was doing so good in the battle, too.
I know, right? You were single-handedly taking all those people. How could you possibly lose from here?
Yeah. You can spam R1 with the best of them.
That is all that Greek soldiers did, actually, historically. Sometimes the really advanced ones would press X to dodge.
Gotta promote them up to, like, higher ranking
Yes.
officers.
Xerxes knows of the path behind the mountain. They're coming.
By dawn, you will be completely surrounded.
We are Spartans. When are we not?
Spartans. That word will mean nothing when Xerxes wipes your bloodline from the face of...
Whoa. Temper.
Impressive
Hey.
precision.
Was a day the Persians will never forget. Tomorrow is a day the world will remember.
I wonder what that spear could symbolize.
I do, too.
Finally.
You haven't played since Black Flag, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay. This is your new did they still have Desmond in Black Flag?
No, well,
Right on top of it.
no. Like, if so, then only, like, in passing mention.
Okay.
I think that was the first one where they'd kind of gotten past, they'd kind of gotten over Desmond at that point.
I see. Well, they kind of went back to it,
Oh,
but
all right.
I mean, this is a different person and they have a
boss.
different shtick
prep it for
going
you.
with her, but
Sure.
yeah, you have some degree of there is a real world out there.
Which, like, fine. I guess if it's minimized and kind of, like, not super intrusive.
Yeah, it's definitely minimized. I think they finally learned that
I
lesson.
appreciate that. I've never... granted, there's been a lot of Assassin's Creed that's come out since maybe the implementation of this, like, you know, we'll go with normal for now. We'll see how it goes. Well, I don't know. I've never felt happy at this intrusion of, like, when a modern day scene pops in. It's always been
Yeah.
all right, take our medicine.
They eventually tried something where, you know, I think like Desmond actually imbibes the powers of his assassin predecessors, and so he's like doing jumpy rock thingies. It's still like I'd rather be doing this in the world that you built for me than
Yeah.
this random cave.
Yeah, the historical setting was the interesting part. All right, so I don't know if this was how it worked when it launched. There's guided mode, a more traditional experience. Markers are displayed at all times. Quest objectives are given to you automatically. And exploration mode, a newer approach to playstyle. The user must investigate the world to uncover targets and quest objectives. This is the way Assassin's Creed Odyssey is meant to be experienced, apparently.
Oh my.
So when I was testing graphic settings on this earlier, tried this. I'm gonna go with guided mode just because we're trying to actually see more of this game, and this seems like a good way to do that much more slowly. I tried the other one, and it seems to be sort of a thing where, like, again, they give you vague directions, like, you need go find this vineyard. It's on this island south of this mountain, and then you just have to go
Look around
explore
for a
and find
vineyard.
it, which like could be kind of cool.
Yeah, I could see that. If I don't remember how I played, other than anytime I play Assassin's Creed, I 100% the game like a nerd.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
These aren't small.
They are not.
How many Assassin's Creed have you done that with?
Probably 5?
That's impressive.
Yeah, what can I say? It's like, I love these types of action adventure-y games.
Yeah.
I love sneak games, and I love history. So it's like somebody made a game that was specifically designed
Yeah.
hook every like addictive personality trait that I have.
You are dead center in that Venn diagram.
Yes, I am.
They built the diagram around you. And, all right, well, this choice is easy.
Yes.
In my opinion.
I concur.
Yes.
To this date, I still have not heard the voice acting for Alexios.
Never will.
Yeah, I'm sure it's good.
I'm sure it's very good. I did like that granted, I've not seen anything of the game itself with him in it, but I did see, like, examples of some of the cutscenes, like, compared. Like, same cutscene with Cassandra and Alexander, is it?
Alexios.
Alexios, thank you. And it's interesting to me that they're, like, both vocal and physical performances were slightly different. Like, it just acted out differently, which is really neat. That's more work in a way, but it makes them both feel more natural.
Yeah.
That it's not the same physical performance with different voice actors having to kind of line up and like make that work.
Uh-huh.
So like it makes their performances a little like it allows their vocal performances to be a little more freed up as well, and they're not having to exactly copy each other, which is kind of cool. Like I like that touch, even though I will never actually. I appreciate that being there, even though I will never experience.
I like how you just said, I appreciate that being there right as it panned on Zeus's very luscious bottom.
Yeah,
Please,
the sculptors
chat.
were kind.
Please, chat. Take that out of context. Just clip it. I know it's not Twitch, but I believe in you. Just clip Daniel saying, I appreciate that being there as the camera slow pans on that luscious booty.
I'm sure someone has the capability and the desire.
I'm not going to be very good at keeping you on your mostly child-friendly brand.
That's okay. Boy, this stuff's pretty though.
So pretty. I really like that they introduced the eagle companion thing.
Yeah, is that new to this one, or was that also in Origins?
It was also in Origins.
Okay.
And it made a little more sense and was more integrated there, but whatever, you get an eagle friend
You
now
get an eagle
forever.
friend.
Now where have we seen that shape before?
Get down here. Cyclops got a message for you.
Tell your boss he can stick it.
That's for last week.
Malaka.
Her voice is awesome.
Yeah,
I dig it.
I do too.
Get a little closer, and I will.
Ah, parries. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'll let you learn the game a little.
That's for the best. Because again, I've been playing several very similar games lately, and so buttons are something I definitely am going to need to actually concentrate on for a little bit here.
I don't know how you swap back and forth between systems. But
Badly.
fair enough.
Everyone who's watching, they know.
Last week? This shit happens every week.
I love the character design and how absolutely buff she is.
Yeah.
And also that she has battle scars already.
Yeah, that's like real good.
Yeah.
Nah. Thanks for the warning. Ugh. What happened to you? It's nothing, Phoebe. All taken care of now.
The Cyclops again, huh? Hasn't he learned his lesson yet?
Apparently not. Of course. Help yourself.
You hungry too, Icarus?
Icarus seems like a substantially poorly chosen name for a bird.
I hadn't connected the dots on that, but yes. Oh, that's right. There's.
Yes.
Was this the first one that introduced this? The like conversation response options?
Don't remember if they had that in Origins too. I think they did.
It's kind of I like it as an addition actually for this.
I do too.
Series.
I mean, they're only putting me more circles on the Venn diagram in which I am the center. Hello, I play a lot of RPGs.
I'll try to put in a good word for you.
Finally.
So, what are you doing here?
Oh, I almost forgot. Marcos is looking for you.
What does that weasel want now?
Don't know. He wants you to meet him at his new house. On his vineyard.
What? A vineyard? Malaka.
It's on the road to Sami. He says wine will make him rich.
Since when has he had a vineyard?
Yesterday, I think?
So, Marcos, who owes me drachmi, is buying vineyards. With what money?
I don't know.
Where can I find Marcus's new, beautiful estate?
You know the statue of Zeus on Mount Ainos? It's south of that.
Well, I guess I owe Marcos a little visit. Thank you, Phoebe.
I love this kid.
Good kid.
I'll go tell Marcos you're coming.
My head.
Choices. The choices you make will have impacts both seen and unseen. Consider your options carefully, as some affect the story and are permanent. Shoo them or kill them off. You know what? We'll shoo them for now.
Fun's over. Tell that one-eyed freak if he ever sends you here again, I'm gonna cut out his other eye and feed it to my bird.
Good birdie.
Good bird.
I will explain
I'll
that
see
Icarus
Marcos
comment when people are
as
not
soon as I'm
speaking
dressed.
anymore.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because I don't want to assume that everyone is familiar with Greek mythology and stuff, but the short version is Icarus is a character from Greek mythology who his dad built these was an inventor who built wax wings that you could use to fly. Like, you use wax, you adhere feathers to it, and bingo, you've got wings just like a bird. He
Phoebe slept
loved
here
flying
again.
so much that he flew really high, really close to the sun, and that the heat from the sun warmed up the wax on his wings, which caused them to melt, and so he plummeted to his death. So they named your bird friend after the guy that fell out of the sky.
Yeah, that seems like a not nice bird name.
I can definitely see where it's coming from, but man, that seems ominous, right?
It really does. All right, so I got inventory. There's gear and stuff now. Because, again, I've been real out of touch with Assassin's Creed. So, here we go. Yeah, I like it. Cool. All kind of armored up.
Yeah.
So this is the sort of thing, like, one of the reasons that I've been, like, back and forth on how I feel about them going a little bit more mythical with Assassin's Creed stuff is usually, if I wandered around any one of these historical environments in past games, and I saw, like, a building or a feature, I could kind of make a guess and assume that odds were good, that existed, and it looked pretty close to that, which was a cool feeling. Like, but then I see, like, big statue like this on a mountain, and, like, maybe, but
Yeah.
I don't know enough to know whether, like, is that real? That seems real big.
Yeah.
Seems like we know about that.
That's definitely the gray area where they start playing with stuff like that. And as far as I know, that statue is not real. Like, at least not at that scale, right?
Yeah. Which, like, it's totally okay that they do this. Like, it's cool. Like, and I love it being there. It just, it's an adjustment I'm having to make to how I go into these games now.
Right. You have to do a little bit of checking to see if it's actually there. I don't know if they still do the thing. I don't remember where, oh, look.
Yeah.
More bandits. See, you shouldn't have let them go.
I guess, yeah, that was my fault. My bad, bandits. Sorry.
Lesson learned. Spare no one ever again.
Boy, egg on my face, huh? Anyway.
They gave their lives to teach you this very important lesson. Have no mercy or trust.
I should thank them. Whoa. Oh, that's right.
I'm guessing you meant to loot that body, but...
Well, see, I've also been playing Horizon, where you have
Right.
to hold buttons to loot. Can I
Right.
throw?
No, I
I wanted to throw so bad.
I like the intimidation factor of
Yeah.
walking up to this last guy, with like his buddy slung over your
I
back.
want to throw. Ah, bummer. I was really hoping he'd throw.
I think there is a way to do that. I just don't remember what it is right now. I don't know that it does damage, but it's probably fun.
It probably is fun. I like that my Z targeting locked onto this goat. Like I'm seeing red now. Anything in eyesight is it's fair game. Ooh, Icarus, help out.
Birdie!
Birdie! Oh yay! Dude, I love being able to get more of a cool view of this world too.
Right?
Oh, it's rad. It's gorgeous.
Isn't that such a nice addition?
It really is.
They also have some. So they have fast travel, but they also have one of those things where you can have it say you know 2 points, and you get on your horse and you say, "I want to go here," and it will auto navigate you.
That's very nice.
Yeah. While you're doing that, you can switch over to the bird and just enjoy the scenery as you are running along.
Ooh, I love that.
It's great. It's one of my favorite things to do.
That's real good. Okay, so I can set marker, cool, and I can. Oh, okay. I can zoom in and I can.
Return to
here
sender.
we go. Okay. And get turned around, and here we go. Okay, zoom.
Apparently, you'd have been killing Marcos's goats.
I guess so. Well,
right.
apparently he owes me money,
Yeah. This is how you exact your vengeance.
and now he does whine, so he'll be rich in no time, I'm sure.
Guaranteed to work.
Guaranteed riches. Excuse me, goats. Show location objectives. Left click. Find Enigmata Ostraka?
Yeah.
Is that a place or a person?
It's a thing.
Oh.
It's like papers.
Oh, so is this like a bonus objective thing here?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Hello.
Boss, I keep telling you, you can't do that.
Why? It's my farm. I can plant what I want.
The grapes will die here. All of them.
You have to forget what you know about the past, my friend. Together, we will revolutionize winemaking. Believe me, you will look back on this day and... Cassandra, thank the gods. Phoebe found you in time. I can still hear you. I was worried sick. The Cyclops sent his scum to find you. I think they mean you harm.
I wish you would have told me that before they hit me. But that's beside the point. You bought a vineyard, Marcos? A vineyard?
Why not? I like wine, you like wine, everybody likes wine. Everybody buys wine. Why not from me?
Both true, but let's start with this one.
Because you don't know how to grow grapes or make wine?
I'm a fast learner. You grow grapes on the vine, then you get some wine.
It is that simple.
Well,
Is that
It's
simple,
not
is
that
it?
simple.
Oh,
hey.
You don't have a plan? Marcos always has a plan.
All right. Then do you have the money you owe me?
Do I have the money I owe you? Of course, of course. Well, no, not at the moment.
Then get it.
Instantly, my friend, instantly. But maybe you should do that. There is a merchant in Sami. I'm not very good at these things, as you know.
Let's exercise your
You want
expertise,
me
Daniel.
to
What do you,
collect my own
what do you
debt?
think of these facial
It's just
animations?
waiting for
considering
you in
what they're like,
Sami.
the
Who's the merchant?
volume they're kind of going
Louis,
for here,
you know
this is
Louis. He's
a
very
lot.
nice.
It seems to be like I've not played enough of the game to know how much of this and how frequent these sorts of conversations are. I'm thus far there have been a lot of them, and I'm guessing there are going to be a whole lot more.
There are.
And especially if they're doing different versions for both main characters to some extent, then that's a very high volume, and I think they're doing a pretty good job here. Like there are plenty of other games that have been doing better on the facial animation front, but like this is like, if we're comparing this to like stuff that BioWare and other RPG type studios do, this is definitely up there. Like they're doing a great job.
Yeah. The amount of content. Do
Yeah.
you know if they like mocapped
How
the
stupid can you get?
or
Stop
do
giving
you
him
still call it
money.
mocap when you
He
put the
always
things on
pays me
somebody's
back.
face?
Kind of. Like I guess there's a sometimes it'll be called facial capture if they're capturing the face on its own or independently of the body. Performance capture is usually the term used for when you're capturing both on a stage all at once and basically getting the entire performance all in one go. That's like the Uncharted way. which might be what they're doing here, possibly. But
Yeah.
especially given that it is, again, different physical performances for both like voice actors. I don't know if those voice actors were also doing the physical performance or if that was a different person. I guess that's the thing I could look up. That might be interesting to find out. But
Where can I find the race?
Tell us in the comments.
yeah, I'm guessing that they're using.
Will he be there?
I'm guessing that they're going to be doing having a whole lot of animations that are reusable. That we would, if we're watching carefully, we're going to see the same character use the same talking gesture a lot of different times. Basically, the conversation system approach is my expectation.
Yeah, I would guess. It's not like I was paying attention at the time that I played it. That a lot of the NPCs are going to share stuff. But like Cassandra is going to have her own unique set, most likely.
Yeah, and she'll have a lot more than any given NPC.
Oh, she just rolled her eyes.
Yeah, it's nice.
Certainly. Steal the money if you have to, but don't rob me.
Interesting. I didn't know that they had slightly different performances for both of the characters. One of the
He'd better have my money.
I don't know if it was really a critique so much as just like a point, is that the term that they use for both Cassandra and Alexios is Mystios, which is supposed to be, it's mercenary more or less in this world. And apparently, I don't speak Greek, but apparently the gender of that word should have changed. Yeah, and didn't. And I assume like, and I still think, right, like you don't want to have to voice cap Mystia versus Mystios for every time that it happens.
It's true.
But I'm surprised that they did put that amount of tension into the facial capture.
Yeah, now that is interesting because like there's lots of games that do that, like have alternating recordings for him, her, stuff like that for player characters all the time.
Oh yeah.
So like that seems like of all the expensive options available, that seems like one that's not too bad. Especially since the words do sound quite similar anyway. You might not even need different facial animation, like lip sync stuff for that word.
And most of the audience isn't going to notice, whereas we are going to, like, we are around other people often enough that someone having slightly different facial animation characteristics or the way they move being different between a male character and a female character, that we can recognize, whereas most of us don't speak Greek.
True. Do you have a favorite of these horses, by the way?
Every horse is a good horse.
Every horse is a good horse, but he's only letting us steal one of them. For now. We're taller than him. We could probably steal all three, but let's pace ourselves.
Seriously. I say the one on the left.
One on the left. I'm ready to choose.
My choice.
Which one will it be?
The one on the left.
Fine choice. But this particular breed has a few.
This is bullshit. All the horses are the same.
I wouldn't want you to take an unworthy horse.
I like this one.
This is the one I want.
Are you sure? Because
I'm sure, Marcos.
everybody benefits, especially you. You've chosen the great Phobos. He's never let me down.
Phobos.
Remember, meet me at the temple in Sami when you have your money from Duris. Efterpi. There's plenty of wine left to buy. Don't fret.
Not now, you fool. Phoebe's been taken.
By who?
Thugs of the Cyclops. Who else? Snatched her right off the main road.
Tell me where they went.
In the direction of Itimena Beach.
The beach? Can she swim?
I'll get her.
Yes, go. But don't forget about dear Duris, Cassandra.
All right. Horse.
Horsey!
Horse. Yeah, here we go. Now the game is beginning. Ah,
Yeah,
sorry.
no
I'm
game
new to
begins
horse.
until you have a horse.
Now we're going.
Look at you, going so fast.
Yeah. Here's the thing I want to... I don't have a bow yet. When I have a bow, I want to test how, like, the... hang on, is that just an optional quest just standing there? Goats?
Yep.
Piss off. I'm trying to... Are you just like an optional quest here? Or, you know what? I actually got to go save a kid. You can wait. Wait in line. I'm busy. The mercenary can only...
It's a nice day. You can enjoy your sit outside your cave.
Yeah. There's wine maybe growing there. Have some.
Maybe if you sit there long enough, you'll figure out how to solve your own problem.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll sneak up on them, I like it.
Right, sneaking. Okay. Assassin's Creed. All right, fine. There we go. Okay.
How are you going to play this game, Daniel? Are you going to be sneaky, sneaky murder, or are you going to run in screaming and yelling and bap everybody with spears?
Well, listen, my intent and what actually happens are, there's no way. If Horizon's taught me anything, it's that my intent for sneaky rarely ends up going that way.
No one's gonna buy me from you. They're all poor.
Keep quiet, Phoebe.
Okay. Is there a sneaky sneak button in this, or do you automatically like go into, okay, crouch. There you go. Thank you, game. Enemies will investigate if they're something UI is kind of in my way there. Crouch to become less visible and hide in the vegetation. Can do.
Tall grass will keep me hidden.
Excellent.
Oh, here comes the murder times.
And assassinate unsuspecting of it. Come on, UI, by pressing Y. However, if your assassin damage is not enough to kill the enemy, you will stealth attack and enter conflict. Fair enough.
The rest of those Malakis get away.
All right. It has also been interesting seeing Assassin's Creed go a little bit more gamey in like their UI and stuff, where like damage numbers pop up and characters have levels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide how I feel about that, because like it does make for I think a better game, like as in terms of just gameplay type stuff. Like it is a little bit different in terms of just like kind of immersion feeling, whether you're just like running around a sense of place, I guess, a bit.
Like,
yeah.
Huh? I heard something.
I'm trying to decide how I feel about that. And you, come on.
I kind of miss, like, the original Assassin's Creed got absolutely panned for being the slowest game ever. There were things about it that I enjoyed and that I miss now.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was Assassin's Creed 2 where they kind of pulled it off well for the first time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But like, in the first one, you were following people around through crowds, listening to their conversations, going at a slow walk, and it was the least gamey thing ever, and people hated it. But there was something charming about that.
There was. Like, you did feel like you were wandering around a place. Like, I dipped into a little bit of Assassin's Creed 3 not too long ago to get some footage for a thing, and it's... like, in any other game, it would be just the worst sort of thing. But, like, wandering around like, oh, I'm walking into this old classic theater where an old play that's probably a real old play is playing. And, like, I'm experiencing a slight little bit of simulated history here. And my way of engaging with it is not the most fun game sense, but the context around it is so good and cool that I'm really digging it.
Yeah. And that's why, like, I have trouble coming to a decision on how I feel about it, because I get why they made the concessions to gaminess. Like,
Yeah.
levels are an easy input to make people feel like, yes, I feel and see my sense of progress. But I will always miss and have a fond spot in my heart for that, like,
Stronger than that.
weird crap that they had you do in the very first one.
Yeah, I think I agree. Yeah, like, it's been, even in terms of animation, Origin was kind of an interesting shift for Assassin's Creed, because I think in all of them up until that point, I have to double check that, the way that they handled your main character's movement was using something called root motion, basically. There's probably different terms for it, but basically where the animation was what drove your character's movement, the animations that the animators authored. The alternative way of doing that is the more kind of old school way of handling animation, where your character is functionally like a capsule wandering around the world. Like you as the player are controlling a capsule going around the world. And when you move that capsule around, the character should play an animation that sort of represents moving in that direction and like syncs up with that and looks right. That old school way of doing stuff resulted in a lot more of like characters' feet sliding around on the ground, and it could feel a little bit more weightless, but it felt really responsive. As opposed to like when your character's actual animation. Like, you know when you play an Uncharted game and a lot of these other ones where like you press in a direction and the character takes kind of a second to start moving in that direction because they're like actually realistically sort of shifting their weight and starting to step forward and stuff?
Yeah.
It feels less responsive to play, but it looks really good and grounded and stuff. Up until Origins, Assassin's Creed did that. The root motion looks good, feels bad thing. Origins is where it shifted to looking not as sharp. A lot of your main character's like animations in terms of like navigating the world, but felt way more responsive.
Huh.
So like even in that sense, they started going a little bit more gamey. Sorry, we're talking over all these cutscenes. For those of you who aren't caring about that part, we have so much we want to talk about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm loving it. I did not know that they made that switch in the animation. Like, it completely passed me by. But I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I think so too. And like neither one of those two choices is bad. Like both can 100% work and be the right choice for that game. But it's interesting to me that with Origins, the one that did start really shifting the series in a more gamey direction, they made that choice around the same time.
Definitely. Yeah, it's very reflective of kind of a new mentality behind the game. And like you were saying with like the giant Zeus statue, that's reflected in the world as well. And the choices they make about the things that they're going to be including aren't always a representation of what you would actually find in that timeline.
Yeah, 100%.
But they make for cool experiences.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot about the DLC to this game. It seems to have been getting more and more fantastical as it's gone. It's just my impression from seeing like clips of trailers and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I am one of those people that like swore off the DLC because of spoiler reasons that made me very upset.
Fair enough. I'm hunted now. Bounty hunters like Ntalos are hostile mercenaries who will hunt you down as long as you have a bounty. Bounties can usually be paid off, but the Cyclops won't accept payoffs. So
you got.
I'm just being bounty hunted now. In the mercenary menu, review your position, the rewards for each tier, as well as the status, strengths, and weaknesses for all known mercenaries and bounty hunters. Since Talos is higher level, you should avoid him until you level up and become strong enough to fight him. Okay. Is this Assassin's Creed finally pulling in a little bit of that Shadow of Mordor stuff?
Yes, isn't that great? I was hoping
finally.
you would remember that game.
I was really waiting for them to rip that off wholesale because they should.
They should. More games should.
Yes, please. Good. I'm glad it finally happened. All right. Well, yeah, he's rank 5 and I'm rank 1, so I'll just hide from him, I guess.
Just go sneakies around because you're so good at it.
So good at it.
You sneaky that entire last encounter.
That's true. I did pretty good that time.
Yeah. You might want to take that tag off that priestess from forever ago because that's what keeps fucking screwing up your UI.
Let's see here. Leveling up. Oh yeah, there's leveling up also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Earning experience by. Okay. Yeah, I know.
Earn your way back to the Sparta kick.
Yeah. That's right. I got to unlock the Sparta kick now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get it when I've earned it. Map. Okay. Yeah. It's this thing. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're free.
Yay. Oh, there's so many things to do.
I know.
All right, so I think...
See, this is what makes me spend hours on this game and 100% them all.
My goodness. And we're just on, like... This isn't a small space we're navigating right now, but it's a tiny little island.
Yeah, no. One of the things I love so much about this game is, like, how expansive it is. And they've...
Holy cow.
Right? You keep going and keep finding more ahead of you. It's just amazing. Especially, obviously, like they have shrunk down the geography significantly.
Sure.
This is not
one-to-one.
Yeah, one-to-one, the actual size of the Greek world. But it's a reasonably accurate depiction of it, right? Like,
it's really cool.
Yeah, like I think that Kefalonia has more cities than are shown on this island, but look how tiny it is. There's not really room within the context of a game to add 4 big cities.
Yeah.
But they have their one, and they do a good job with their one.
They should be proud of their city.
I'm proud of their city.
So we're probably... Yeah.
Good work.
Good work, Ubisoft. You keep making, like, some pretty good stuff out here.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
They really are making a lot of good stuff.
You'll go far.
Ubi. Yeah, this little upstart studio called Ubisoft. Have you heard of them?
Keep an eye on them, folks.
Yeah.
Real up and comer.
I think they've got some potential.
All right, so I think for this little we're gonna try to stick a little bit to the golden path on this, despite how much stuff there is to do, because we just want to, I'd love for us to see more and more stuff and more locations and characters. So we're gonna try to probably stick to main quest stuff for the most part. But let's come back with some more of this later. We will see you folks later on for some more Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Yeah, see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. I need to figure out how to sign off, and that'll do. Bye.